Hey Rachel, let's take a look at your week 3 assignment 2 drawing. This is a good start to the series of drawings that we're going to be dealing with. This is a nice, detailed, pretty well developed piece of furniture. You're avoiding the just kind of very basic cube shape of an object with the addition of a little bit kind of more stuff going on down at the bottom. Which is really nice to see. Some nice detail work within the bottom part of the cabinet, as well as just on the cabinet itself, the doors. You're working in a little bit of some of the hinges, and a little bit of an inset. I like the fact that you've got this darker value going on to create a sense that it's set inside of the wood a little bit more, so it has a nice three-dimensional feel to it. The coloring feels pretty good. Overall, I think I would have liked to have seen just a little bit more prominence in the texture. If it is there, I'd also like to see a little bit more prominent value difference between the sides of it, just because it's there, it's definitely there, but it becomes much more difficult to view right now. I think that they could be far more different from each other, and there's a lot of different values going on within the object itself as well. The doors feel like they're a different value than the wood that's around it. Still got a little bit of some edge issues, I think. You still see some marks being made where it's not falling in line with the drawing that you have in place, which is something that I think we need to see cleaned up a little bit more at this point. You have to be a little bit more careful with that. And I think, the perspective in the 1 point feels fine. In the 2 point, I think towards the bottom, you have an angle that's moving kind of at an upward, and then you have an angle down at the bottom that is not moving at the same degree. So you have to make sure that you have your vanishing points plotted out, or you have at least a very good sense of where they would be and how to generally kind of make them all sides of the object conform to that. But I think you could definitely here this could be fine, but I think then that means that this bottom angle has to be much more severe. It has to be moving upward a little bit more. As we move into the next assignment, I definitely would like to see some of the things that I mentioned implemented, like a little bit stronger of a value change occurring between the dark side and this side and the light side, which would be the top, and the medium, which I guess would be here. Things like cast shadows are also very important, so make sure you have those in place underneath. I'd like to see a little more development of the texture, and then you still have the environment to deal with. As basic as it is, you need to have a wall, a ground plane, some distinction between the two, and preferably some texture on either the wall or the ground plane, although the ground tends to be easier with maybe making wood or carpeting or something. So there's a lot of things that I think still need to be done, but I think it's a very, very good start overall, and it's just a nice kind of general drawing of the cabinet with a lot of detail. And I think consistency marker wise, it is looking a lot better. You're still having issues with your formatting. I don't know what it is, but 57 by 35 inches, just have to get this right. It's continuously being an issue as we go from one assignment to the next, and again, it's just a needless deduction. So make sure that you're formatting properly when you're turning these in.